off my stage.
And about a year ago, I get a bombshell dropped on me. Ex-girlfriend decides to get a hold of me and tell me I have a 26-year-old daughter.
Your mother robbed you of 26 years of being with your real dad.
You know, it really hurts me more than it does anything.
I don't know. I think she wants me back.
You know, she said that she still loves him. You know, you never forget your first love.
Everyone I ever met, I compared them to you. How do you get over loving someone for over 25 years? That's a little wacky, right?
Yeah. I've been married 18 years now. I got a good life. What is the problem with you after 20 years? You come and disrupt my life.
I'm here for a DNA, period, that's it.
It seems like that you're still in love with them.
The love for him will never go away.
Are you making a story up to maybe get this man back in your life? Well, if this comes back negative, you put everybody through hell for no reason.
No, get away from my daughter.
Hey, don't be lady! Where in the hell do you get off being rude to my daughter?
You're robbing a guy possibly of 26 years of his daughter's life. Grandchildren. You know, the only reason why I don't light your ass up right now is because your daughter's on my stage. The results of the DNA test is that Wayne Welcome to the show. My first guest is Wayne. Wayne, why are you here?
I'm here because about a year ago, I had a bombshell dropped on me that, you know, almost tore apart my family and everything. Well, an ex-girlfriend from 20-some years ago decides to get a hold of me and tell me I have a 26-year-old daughter. And I'm here to find, you know, I want to know, is it or not? Because I don't think it is.
You dated this woman 20s?
Yeah, well, I was 17, she was 14.
And how old are you now?
I'm 47 now.
And when's the last time you seen her?
Around 1985.
So 24 years ago?
Yeah. Last time I saw her, she had about a 2-year-old kid on her hip. When I talked to her, we talked for about an hour. I went my way, she went her way.
And she didn't say, hey, this is
No, she didn't tell me whether it was my kid or not, didn't mention anything about that. And about a year ago, I get a bombshell dropped from her that, you know, now she's telling me this is my kid.
And what would be her point to wait 25 years to tell you she has a child?
I don't know. I think she wants me back. You know, I've got emails from her saying, you know, since she dropped this bombshell, you know.
Somebody wants, you think she wants you back after not being with you since in 30 years?
Yeah. Well, she's sending me, after she dropped that bombshell, she got my email address. And
were you a really good-looking guy when you were 17?
No.
I'm being a wise ass.
But, you know, she's sending me...
Well, you got to admit, 30 years later, somebody out of your past,
Yeah.
you know.
But she dropped a bombshell on me. I've been married 18
Well, you were a
years
good-looking guy. You look like the Ashton Kutcher guy.
You know, I've been married 18 years now. I got a good life. You know, I don't need anybody coming in, anybody or anything coming in and disrupting it for me.
So you have children?
I have a 17-year-old daughter.
And how did she contact you so many years later?
Well, she got a hold of one of my family members who got a hold of me because that family member wasn't going to give her my number. And I called the kid, the supposed kid that's mine. We talked for a while, and that's when she dropped the bombshell on me that her mom had told her all these years that she was mine.
Has this affected your family?
Oh, yeah, it tore me and Peggy up for about 2-3 months.
Peggy's your wife?
Yeah. First thing that comes out of her mouth is I've lied to her, you know. I don't know about this kid.
Oh, she thinks that you knew about the child.
Yeah. You know, I've told her everything else about my past. I didn't know I had, you know, if it is my kid, I didn't know she was out there.
Did you sleep with this woman?
Yeah, back when she was 14, I was 17 before I went to the military.
And so it's a possibility that it could be your child, right?
Not in my timelines. I mean, anything's possible, but in my timelines, no. It can't be.
And why is that?
Because we did not sleep together after I went to the military, and that was when I was 17.
And so it caused problems because now your wife thinks you knew about this child.
Yeah.
And did you tell her? No, I didn't
I told her, I said, you know, but that wasn't, you know, the first reaction for her was, who was that and what's that all about? Well, I wasn't sure what it was all about. All I know is I'm getting told I got a 26-year-old daughter.
Do you get a feeling like she might be yours, or?
No, I don't.
You don't get a feeling that she's yours. And the purpose, you think the motive is that the mother is still in love with you?
Yeah, you put the daughter out there, and I think she must have thought I was going to drop an 18-year marriage and load up my van and go back to Florida to be with her.
Did she say anything like, I'd like to have you back in my life?
The emails, she sent me one. I don't know what she was thinking about, but she said, the next time I talk to you, if you tell me what I think you're going to tell me, it'll make me the happiest girl in the world.
What did you think you were going to tell her?
I guess that I was dumping an 18-year marriage and moving to Florida? No, not going to happen.
This is the email that she sent you. She says, I really have to tell you, I have held on to a dream for over 20 years now. Everyone I ever met, I compared them to you. Maybe that's why I'm not married. How do you get over loving someone for over 25 years? I still have that picture of me sitting on your lap in my wallet. I know you're married, and I'm very happy for you. I just wish for over 20 years that could have been me, that's all. Your wife sounds like a good person. She just doesn't look like your type, that's all. I don't know. So, honestly, she seems, and I haven't met her, I haven't seen her backstage, but that's a little wacky, right?
Yeah.
The love for him will never go away.
Are you making a story up to maybe get this man back in your life? You're robbing a guy possibly of 26 years of his daughter's life, grandchildren. You know, the only reason why I don't light your ass up right now is because your daughter's on my stage. The results of the DNA test is that Wayne 25 years ago and she's still pining for you? And your daughter now, does she know about this situation?
Yeah.
And what does she think about it?
You know, she didn't think I was lying about it, but why would somebody want to come in after this long and say, hey, here's a kid, it's yours?
Well, when you had these phone conversations with the girl, what was she saying? Like, I hope you're my father, or?
Yeah, she hopes I am her father and this and that, If you're my daughter, what am I going to say?
You took a DNA test before the show.
Yes, sir, I did.
What if it turns out that this girl is your daughter? Would you be angry that, 26 years, if this is your daughter, she robbed you of 26 years of this young girl's of this life.
Kera, from what I understand, has 3 kids. So now I got robbed of a daughter and 3 grandkids.
Did she give you a reason why she didn't tell you? And what if it turns out she's not your daughter?
If it isn't my kid, why are you coming in after 26 years and dropping this bombshell in my lap?
And if she is your daughter, will you try to have a relationship with her and her children?
I will, but it's not a package deal. Crystal don't come with it.
Oh, you're saying you don't want the mom?
No.
And you haven't seen this woman in 25 years?
That's basically it.
And she's here now, and she's going to come out, and you want to talk to this woman.
Do it.
Let's go. Let's bring her out. Here's Crystal.
What is the problem with you? After 20 years, you come and disrupt my life.
I didn't disrupt your life. Not one single bit. Not one single bit.
You drop a bombshell in my lap.
Yeah, the last place you told me you were going to be in Phoenix if I ever wanted to find you. That's exactly what you told me. I went through your family. I went through your mother. I went through
Well, how come I never hear from my family? And I talk to them
That's
at least
because
once a month.
they said you're not the person you used to be. Nothing like that. Nothing.
I haven't changed that I know of.
Oh, yeah, you have. Yeah, you have.
Oh.
You have never cussed me out. You were the most wonderful person I ever seen in my life. You know
Then
what?
why didn't you tell me when I saw you last night?
I got scared.
Scared of what? You weren't scared of me then. Why were you scared of me now?
Because you're not what you used to be. Nothing.
Tell me what I used to be.
You were the most sensitive, caring, loving person I've ever met. And what your family has told me, you're an alcoholic, You drink continuously.
And who told you
You
this?
don't have contact with your family.
Can I ask you a question?
I call my mother once a month,
No,
people.
wait.
How often do I need to?
What the hell do you care? It's a man you haven't seen in 25 years. What do you care what he
Exactly.
does?
I don't care.
You don't care, but you dropped a bombshell in my lap.
If he's an
I could care less what he does with his life.
It doesn't-
I'm here for a DNA, period. That's it.
It sounds like you're concerned with what he's doing. You're running a laundry list of his bad habits.
I had to go through it.
It's wrong. It is. Oh, yeah.
It seems
You're a
like
clown.
reading your emails that you're basically telling him you're still in love with them.
Oh, I
You
love
still
him to
want him.
death. I'm not in love with him, but the love for him will never go away. Never.
Why?
You know, it's always been there. You know, you never forget your first love. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? But I respect his.
Have you ever married
him.
anybody else?
I have. Yes.
Okay, but I'm saying this was a guy you dated when you were 14 years old.
13 up.
Okay, 13.
Yes.
I mean, I remember the girls, you know, that I liked when I was 13, 14 years old, and you know, I'm sure all of them could come out here and say, "You're not the same guy you were when you were 17
Well, he told
or
me on
whatever."
the phone. Well, if anybody should know you better than that, you should know me
But I
better than
mean,
anybody.
Don't we all
and
change?
I responded
But don't we all change from the
Well,
time we were
absolutely.
17?
He told me, he says, well, you should know me better than anybody. How should I know that? I knew him 20 years ago. I don't know what he's like the past 20 years. All I want is the DNA to come back negative. I want a peace of mind. That's all I want from here.
And you're still not going to know.
Oh, why won't I?
You'll know it's not him, but you still won't know who the father of your child
How
is.
do I know it won't be him? Sure I do.
Yeah.
Sure I do.
But what's the rule? But Steve,
Sure
what's
I
the
do.
rule in my
Hold on,
life?
man. All I'm saying is
No, you ruined your own life.
Hold on.
You ruined your own life.
It doesn't sound like a bad life. He's married. He's been in a marriage for 18 years.
Okay.
He's got a daughter. What
Okay.
is so horrible about that?
Well, I don't know what his life's been for the past 18 years. I know a part of his life. Of
And I
what
mean,
his
the
family
comment
was telling me.
about she doesn't look like your type, what did that mean?
That meant, as I know he's an alcoholic, she looks like she doesn't even drink or anything, like a nice lady. That's what that meant.
How do you know he's an alcoholic? Because somebody told you he's an alcoholic?
He has been since he's been the age of probably 17 years old. You're crazy.
I'm crazy?
There we go.
Yeah, something's not right.
With me?
One
When
out
I
of
read
this.
the email, I got to guess you're crazy.
Thought you were
You're
gonna.
crazy too.
Y'all don't talk to my daughter that way, lady.
You know, you're just a, you know that?
Yeah.
The results of the DNA test is that Wayne.
You are the cop.
Get off my stage!
I wanted a DNA. That's the only way I could try to
Why
find
didn't you
him.
just ask him when you ran into him 20 years
Because
ago?
I got scared. He was sitting around the pool drinking as usual. Sitting around drinking, sitting at a pool drunk. What do you expect?
Okay. Okay, you were scared, you know, and now your daughter's 26 years old. This is, you know, you were a child when you had this relationship. You were 13,
Absolutely.
14 years old. Why would you bring this up now, including...
Because I'm not positive.
But the point is, you do, 26 years later, this guy's got his life, his wife, his kid, and then you drop this bombshell.
Okay.
Oh, you might be I mean, think about the consequences of his marriage, his daughter.
Well, and that's something, it's not between his wife and his daughter. It's between me, Wayne, and my daughter.
Doesn't affect my family at all, okay?
It shouldn't affect it right now. No.
Are you honest?
She wasn't there when I slept with you.
You don't seem like a woman that scares easily.
I really don't, but I've grown up a lot since then.
You were scared. You wouldn't tell him you might be the father, so you took the chance of robbing your daughter of her father for 26 years and being a granddad if he ends up being the father.
And that's exactly what I told him on the phone. And the response was, well, I can't do nothing about it now.
Well, you can't do nothing. He didn't know.
Sure he can. That's a relationship. He said now. He didn't say then. He said now.
The point is, you broke up, right?
Exactly.
He didn't know you were pregnant, did he?
No.
She was scared then, too.
He
I guess.
didn't know you had a child, right?
No.
Okay, so how would he possibly know to do any of that? I don't call girls that I dated from 30 years ago and say, hey, you got any of my kids?
I knew I should have called that psychic hotline.
That's crazy. That's
Believe
crazy
me,
for
if I
you to
had
even
any, I'd know
respond to
about it.
something like that. You're crazy.
I'm crazy?
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something's not right.
With me? I mean, I'm trying to be polite.
All I want here is a negative DNA. This is close for me. That's all I want.
I even said,
That's all I want out of
when I read
this.
the email, and I hear you now, I got to guess you're crazy.
Why? Why would you say I'm crazy? After that.
Where is your responsibility as a mother, when you had your baby, to inform him? You ran into him. It's not like you keep saying, well, I had to track you down. No, he was laying by the pool drinking beer.
After I called him and tracked him down.
Okay,
That's when he
but the
left his
point-
first wife to come to see me.
Drag up more bad crap about him. Who cares?
Go ahead. My past don't bother me.
So he was married before. Who cares?
Well, I don't care if he was married before.
But you're bringing it up.
You're saying it's bad now. Why would it be bad then?
I'm married now, too.
What's your point?
You basically, fathers have rights to their children, right?
Sure they do.
And if he's the father, you took his rights away for 26
Yeah, I did.
years. Why 26 years later now you tell him, and come on, the goofy emails, oh, you know, I love you, I keep your picture in my wallet.
Oh, I do.
That's not crazy?
Why would it be crazy? Why is that crazy?
Well, you know what? I keep pictures in my wallet, but they're of my wife and my 2 children.
Okay, I'm not married.
Okay, how about a picture of your daughter?
Oh, I've got all kinds of them in my wallet.
But you have a picture of him.
No, not in my wallet. That's gone now. That's in a photo album.
Probably hanging over your bed.
Not hardly. Not hardly. Not hardly.
Welcome to my world.
I love you, I love you, I love
Not
you.
even close.
So the point I'm making, 26 years go by, you knew where he was at, you saw him by a pool, you had all this opportunity to tell him he was a father. Why now come into his life with this bombshell?
I never said he was positive, the father of her.
Well,
But I hope and pray to God he's not. For my sake, his
well,
sake.
if you
and
hope and
Kera's
pray,
sake.
why even bring up the fact that he's the father? Why wouldn't you
Because
just
it
tell?
needs to be a
Why would you tell
closure.
your daughter? I mean,
It needs to be a closure over my head and my daughter's.
You need to fill that closure in your head.
Yeah.
Really?
Probably a little hair would help yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know whose hair I'd want? I'd want his hair from when he was 17. Can we see that picture again? That's the hair I want.
Get away from my daughter.
Hey, don't be lady! Where in the hell do you get off being rude to my daughter?
You know, you're just a... You know that?
Yeah, so are you.
You're robbing a guy possibly of 26 years of his daughter's life. Grandchildren. You know, the only reason why I don't light your ass up right now is because your daughter's on my stage. Are you making a story up at the cost of your daughter to maybe get this man back in your life?
Absolutely not. No.
Reading that email, that's what it feels like.
Ab- Not even close. Not even close.
Just
Not
a little
even.
bit close?
Nope. Nope.
You were 13 years old.
Not pregnant.
Okay, you were 14 years old when you were pregnant?
No.
How old were you when you got pregnant?
17.
Well, you said the last time you saw him when you were 14.
That's not what I said.
Oh, so you slept with him when you slept with him when you were 17?
Yes.
And how many guys could possibly be the father?
Just two. Him.
You don't even know if he's the father. And
No, I don't.
You're just slinging mud on the guy.
I have that right to find out if he is.
Why? Because you want to find out if he's the father, but you have a right to sling mud on him? And what if he's
No,
not
I
the
didn't
father?
say I have a right to sling mud. I
You
don't like
just
doing
said that. You have the right.
That's not what I said.
Am
I
I
said I
crazy?
have a right to. I didn't agree with what you said.
I just said you're slinging mud at the guy, and you said I have a right to.
I meant as to let him know something if it's possible.
The guy never was married to you. You
Oh, no.
never told him you were pregnant. You never said this is your child. This guy went about living his life, married a woman that I am assuming he loves and had a daughter, and you come in and you wreck it.
I didn't wreck anything.
Yeah, you caused a lot of strain in his relationship. And if it's his daughter, he's got the right to be pissed off at you because you stole 26 years.
Oh, he has every right to be angry if he wants to be. Every right to be angry.
Your little girl didn't ever ask you, who's my daddy?
Not until I probably mentioned something.
She just grew up and assumed she was the only little girl that didn't have a father.
You're not even making no sense whatsoever. I was married.
Oh, so you
For a
told her?
lot of years.
So you told her that guy was her father?
I never said, hey, this is your dad, but this is what I said, hey,
What'd
this
you
is
say?
his
Here's
dad
the garbage
either.
man?
Oh, Jesus.
What did she call him?
She called him dad.
Well,
because
that's
I
my
don't
point.
know. I do not know.
So you let her think another man was her father?
Yeah, and hope to God he is. And because that, I don't want any part of this. None.
Well, then why are you coming to him telling him this?
My daughter did.
If she
My
thinks
daughter-
somebody else is her father, why didn't you just keep letting her believe that guy was her father and screwing her up in the head, and you don't even know if he's the father? And you're saying you don't want this guy in her life or in your life.
That's up to them. That's up to them too.
What? 26 years later, it's up to them.
That's right.
That's right.
Yes.
You know, you're just a you know that?
Yeah, so are you.
But Steve,
And
you know,
you'd have
the
every
thing
right
about it
to.
is, with your attitude, you know, I'm sure you didn't develop this personality overnight.
No,
and
I
I'm sure
didn't.
you didn't stop
No.
being, you
Nope.
know, scared yesterday. I'm
Nope.
sure you grew up around 30, 35, and you had all those chances to do it.
I could
But you
not
took it
find
upon
him.
yourself. You found his mother. You found
They
everybody.
told me they didn't know where he was.
Who found him?
My daughter, Kera.
Oh, your daughter found him, but you
Yes.
couldn't.
I couldn't. I went everywhere
You went everywhere.
I've talked to
How
his
did she
brother.
find him?
on the internet.
Oh, so she punched his name in on the internet. Hold on.
No, she
But you
actually
couldn't-
didn't
but you
find
couldn't do
him.
that.
She didn't actually find him. She found his, and then the actually called him.
And you couldn't do that, right?
And then replied to me if I felt that he was the father to leave it alone because his life was rotten.
Why didn't you have the guy you were with take the DNA test?
He probably would have refused it.
Did you ask?
I did not.
Why not? Were you scared with him too?
I wasn't scared of him at all. None.
Hey. That guy, you could have just had the test done and found out, right? And
He wouldn't have done it.
Well, what if he says he wouldn't have done it?
Well, I don't care if he does it or not anymore. You know what? You're an idiot. I could not. This better come out negative. That's all I got to say, because I'll tell you what, you ain't nothing like you used to be. I wouldn't want my daughter involved in somebody like you. I couldn't do it, Wayne.
I feel
Fine.
sorry for your daughter.
Oh, no. My daughter's wonderful. She loves her mother. She'll tell you.
Your mother robbed you of 26 years of being with your real dad.
You know, it really hurts me more than it does anything.
Get away from my daughter.
Hey, don't be lady! Where in the hell do you get off being rude to my daughter?
You are the father.
Get off my stage! You might be the rudest mother I've ever had on my stage. You talk
No,
about
only
rude,
when I come
the
here.
way
I'm
you
not
act.
like this.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure. This
Oh,
is what,
no.
just an act?
Oh, no.
What is this, an act? I'm
ain't
like
no
this.
act. You
This
guys
is
are
how I live
pissing
my
me off.
life. I'm pissing you off. He should be the guy pissed off at
He
you.
should be pissed off. I don't blame him.
I
don't blame him one bit.
I want to know one way or the other.
Rude is lying to your daughter her whole life, right?
Yeah, that is pretty rude. You're right.
That was,
I'll have to agree with you on that one.
and so you came here today for what?
I wanted DNA and I want it done.
And you want to know if he's the father or not the father.
That's right.
And
If God's on my side for any time soon, he will not be.
But what if I am?
After the way you talk to me, I doubt Carol even had anything to do with
the
you.
way he talks
I doubt
to you.
it. I really doubt
okay.
it.
The way
I
I
really
talk to her,
doubt it.
What? How did he talk to you?
Come out here getting in my face. What man gets in a woman's face like that? That's
After
not
26
respect.
years, and then you drop
Nah.
a bombshell, damn it, ruin my marriage?
No.
You don't want me to get in your
no.
face?
Same thing you did to your first wife, huh? Yeah.
Okay, I was married once before, okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is she still alive?
Yes, she is.
Okay, good.
She's still alive, but she sure got the hell beat out of her.
Tell her I said hey.
Hey,
I'm gonna talk to your daughter. If both of you can leave the stage, and we'll bring you back out. Let's bring her out. How you doing, Kera?
Hi.
You can have a seat if you like. When did your mother tell you that Wayne could be your father?
It was a few years before Kenny, my dad, had passed away. And I remember that because me and him used to fight a lot. And I got mad at him one day and told him that he wasn't my dad.
And all this time, though, you're thinking that this other man could have been your father.
Yeah.
And when you were told that it's possibly he might be somebody else, how did you feel about that?
There's really not any words to explain it. I mean, I have my children, I have my life. I mean, that's something I could have known my whole life. I don't understand why it took so long for her to tell me.
All this time goes by. You're 26 years old. You've never seen, I mean, we're going to find out if he's your father.
Yeah.
But if he is your father, your mother robbed you of 26 years of being with your real dad.
And that's not fair at all. Even if I knew, and if he is my father, I could have grew up with another person that could have took my life in a different way. Because, you know, I had a rough life growing up.
And what's your relationship with your mother like?
We're pretty close. We're really not as close as we used to be because we've all been through so much. You know, my dad, like I said, he passed away. I found him in his kitchen. It's just been rough. These past 6-7 years have been rough.
And that's the point is why wait all these years when he was alive? They could have found out if he was the father. It's easy to all living in the same house.
And I understand what you're saying, you know, and she still didn't say why she didn't tell me. I don't know if it was because of my siblings, if it was because, you know, she was married. I don't understand why, you know, and she didn't say why. I know that she has been looking for him. I remember her talking about him since I was, you know, 13, 14 years old.
You've talked to Wayne on the phone, right?
Yeah, I'm the one that called him. Well,
Right.
I called his and she had called him and told him about it. So, and then again, that's another thing. If he thought I was not his daughter, why would he even call back?
Right.
You know, I'm not here to say, hey, look, you're my father, you know, and It's not even
When
like
you
that.
talked to Wayne, was he nice to you?
Oh yeah, he's been nice to me every single time. I've talked to his wife, I've talked to his daughter. You know, we used to email each other on the computer, me and his daughter. Just to, you know, she's younger, 10 years younger than I am almost. Ask her how she's doing, what she likes to do for fun, if she had a boyfriend.
I mean, you might even be, you know, you could possibly have a sister in the world too, and you wouldn't know. In your heart, like talking to Wayne, do you feel like he's your father? Do you believe he's your father?
The things that I've noticed growing up, I don't look like my other brothers and sister. I don't look like the guy I grew up with. I don't look like my mom. You know what I mean? And that's what I've went by. I've always felt different from everybody. Me and my dad, we didn't get along. He always put them before me. You know, and
I don't even know if you can answer this, but would you like the results to come back that Wayne is your father? You know, the only reason why I don't light your ass up right now is because your daughter's on my stage. The results of the DNA test is that Wayne I don't even know if you can answer this, but would you like the results to come back that Wayne is your father? I mean, which way are you hoping?
That's a hard question. I mean, I can't say yes and I can't say no.
Any anger towards your mom?
There is a little bit. It's more of a hurt feeling, you know?
Right.
And I don't think I ever really looked deeply into what's really going on because she is my mom, you know? You understand what I'm saying?
I do. And I was just thinking that everything that you've been through, you come across as very heartfelt, very intelligent, very in control of your emotions, and you really came out good with the tough situation that you were brought up in.
Thank you.
I mean, really, just talking to you, I mean, you should be proud of yourself. I mean, I don't get a lot of guests like you.
Thank you very much.
Let's bring out your mother and Wayne.
Thank you.
You've never seen Wayne before, right?
Just on the computer.
Is there anything you want to say to each other?
Hi.
I told you why I'm here. You know, that's all I can do.
I don't blame you for anything. You know, we just need to get this done over with. I mean, you know, you didn't know, I didn't know. You can't blame each other for anything.
Right. And I don't know what went on between you and her growing up. I know you guys were in love because I've talked to my family members about you that know you. You know, and maybe that's how she felt this whole time. But, you know, you are married, and I respect that, and she respects that. And, you know, I'm glad you have a good life, and you're married, and you have other children. But she, you know, this is what she wanted, to see you face to face. This is what it is, and this is what happened, and, you know, this is it.
Okay, I'm just saying, you know.
And I don't see any connection whatsoever, so it's done. Between you and her, it's done. It's not even, we're not here for you and her.
Well, it's been done for 30 years, so.
You're right.
It's done a long time.
But we're not here for you and her.
So, you know.
Well, there's two other people that are affected by this, and that's your wife and daughter, Peggy and Danielle. Let's bring them out.
Idiot and an alcoholic.
I just did.
You don't know who in the hell he is, woman. You spent
not anymore. I don't. I'm glad he's with you and not me anymore.
So am I, because I can see what he would have ended up with you.
Oh no, I'm not
You're
like I used to
crazy,
be either. I'm not like I used to be either.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Well,
ask him. He'll tell you what I was
you know
like.
what? He is a damn good
just like
father,
you are
a damn
now.
good husband, and you know, you thought you were
You're
gonna.
crazy too.
Y'all don't talk to my daughter that way, lady.
And don't talk to me that way, lady.
I'll talk to you any way I want to.
Yeah, I will too.
But you leave my child out of it.
Take her off stage then.
No.
Why don't you get off stage?
Hey,
This is between Kera and my dad. Why are you
This
here?
is between me, your dad,
You know what?
and
No.
my daughter.
This
You
affected
ruined
our
nothing to do with
family.
you.
This affected
If
our
Kera's my
life.
sister, it is between me, lady, because this is my sister if she's my dad.
Off the hook. All I want. Hope to God she's not.
Well, you
'Cause
know
this
what?
is not it for my kids.
Unfortunately, if he's not, then the girl still does not know who her father is.
Oh, absolutely. She
That's not
absolutely
true.
does know.
That's not true.
But, Jill,
That I do know.
if he is her father, well, you made her miss out on a damn good father.
And that's true too.
That is true. You're right. You'll have to agree with you on that one.
I'm sitting here feeling like a child. I'm almost 30 years old. It's
Right, and it's not fair to you.
It's not
You
fair
are the
to-
most
it's not
innocent
fair to me.
person of this whole situation.
And that is the reason why we're here.
But I
It
don't
ain't because of you two, I can guarantee that.
Huh?
It's not because of you two, I can guarantee
okay,
that.
I have something to say.
That still involves us in this.
It's 26 years when we're
okay,
You
in.
know
You're-
what? This is it right here, so let's just find out.
Well, if this comes back negative, you put everybody through hell for no reason.
No,
for
I didn't.
26
I get a
years.
foreclosure in my life.
There's really no good result.
Yeah, there is a good
There is
result
no
to
good
the whole
result
thing.
because if he is,
We know, we all know. That's the thing.
If he is the father, you robbed him. You robbed your daughter of 26 years of being together.
That I
If
agree with you on
If
that.
he's not the father, I can't imagine. And thank God, your daughter's a super lady, super young lady.
She's wonderful.
She's well adjusted, but still, even with all that, the emotional roller coaster that you must have put her on, that you put Wayne on, that you put his wife on, that you put his daughter on. This roller
How do you think I
coaster
felt
of
for all these
emotion.
years? It revolves around me too.
You could have took
On
hair
me,
from a
too.
hairbrush to find out if the man was your daughter. You wouldn't have had to gone through all this. The results of the DNA test is that Wayne The results of the DNA test is that Wayne is not the father.
Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God.
I'm sorry. No, that's fine with me. That's okay.
Thank you, God.
And that's fine.
May I say something to her?
You say whatever you want.
You are still welcome to call our house.
Oh,
We will have
I know.
something to
He
do
told
with
me
you.
that.
You are always welcome to call our house. You can call and talk. We may not have answers for you, but you're still always welcome to call our house and we'll
I know.
listen.
Well,
And you know what? And this is fine. It's fine because
I'm astounded.
I know who my father is now.
Crazy
You know,
after
I
this
mean,
well, that's the craziness of it all.
but he's not here. That's the only thing that's not right.
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 But the point is, you were made to believe that he
Kera.
wasn't your father.
Get away from my daughter.
Hey, don't
man.
be, lady! Where in the hell do you get off being rude to my daughter?
You know what? Now you show care and love, and you want to comfort her.
Yeah, she
you
did.
Oh, I always comfort my daughter.
You created this crazy
Comfort
mess.
my daughter.
She knew who her father was. You put doubt in her head. You probably gave her hope that he was her father.
I have never
and
gave
now
her
you
hope
just
on anything. It's a
You just
50-50
destroyed
here.
it. You know,
No.
the only reason why
She
I don't
knows.
light
She
your
knows.
ass up right now is because
She
your
knows.
daughter's on my stage.
I don't think so. I don't think. You better make that one clear. Not a day don't go by I don't hug my kids or tell them I love
You did all
them.
this for your own selfish reasons.
You know what? Did it
All
make you
this
feel good to
reasons.
make two of them cry? Because you're a
Sorry.
rude person and you had no reason to talk to my
Sorry.
daughter that way?
26 years.
I apologized. I'm sorry.
You apologize and what? Makes all the year of hell worth
No.
going through it?
But I
You had
am
to
the
sleep in
mother. I
separate
should be the
beds?
one comforting her.
Yeah, you should. You should have
That's
been doing
right.
it a long time ago.
I comfort my kids every day. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. My kids are my life, and they know it.
You know what? You
They
made
know
this
it.
crazy story up. And for what reason?
Crazy story because
Yeah.
it was a possibility.
I think the guy that you thought that it was that you were living with, you asked him first.
He is
You
the
don't
father.
wait 26 years.
He is the father.
Well, yeah, now we know. And he's
that's
been
why
the father.
I'm here. That's
but
the only reason
you let
why
her
I'm
to believe
here.
that he wasn't the father. She
No, I
felt-
led her to believe that it's
You know
possibly
what?
he's not.
She told me she felt like he wasn't her father. That's your daughter saying that.
Yes, I heard her say that.
Well,
yes,
how does that make you feel as a mother, that you put that in her head?
But you know what? There's a lot of different things went on before she was even told that.
My stage. I believe that this certainly helps you and your family knowing the truth now, finding out the facts, and I hope whatever damage was caused in your marriage, you can move past that and continue on and be happy with each other.
We've been working on
Thank
it.
you.
We're getting
I'll be
there.
asking you to stay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That was not right, anything that my mom did, you know, but one thing that she does do is she does love us.
I'm glad. I want her to do that, and I hope she's a good mother to you moving forward. And your mom must have did a pretty good job of raising you because you're a together person.
Yes.
But that has to be a very hard thing to go through, and
Yeah.
knowing this for about seven
But
years.
you know what? I feel so much better now.
Well, I'm glad. But what I'd also like to do is, I'm glad you feel better, and we'd like to offer you counseling if you would like to talk to someone about this. And I hope you can go forward with your life and,
Of course.
and be happy with your
Of course
mother.
I will.
Okay?
Yes, I have a very good man in my life.
Get off my stage!